Hello everyone. So today we are going to revise what chemical bond lesson. So the important areas of chemical bond wherever we need to stress that we will discuss once again. Okay. Suppose we take isoelectronic series. Suppose we take O minus to F minus neon. Okay, Na plus Mg plus 2. If you take these ions, all these ions have what? 10 electrons in each. Number of electrons in each of these is what? 10. So 10 electrons are present in each of these species. Here now what we have taken is that positive charge, more electronegativity. More electronegativity meaning what? Smaller size. Okay. So more the positive charge, smaller size. More the negative charge, larger size you take here. So O minus 2 will have larger size. It will be decreasing like this. Size will be smaller for Mg plus 2. Okay. So Mg plus 2 has smaller size because of more positive charge on isoelectronic species. Isoelectronic species are the atoms or ions, the combination of atoms and ions which have same number of electrons. So what we have to take is that now we take electrons number by protons number ratio. Electrons by protons ratio. So electrons, how many here in this case? 10 electrons. And how many protons in the oxygen atom? 8. 8 protons. Atomic number of oxygen is 8. 8 protons there here. 8 protons. Here in this case, for magnesium plus 2. For magnesium plus 2. Electrons number by protons number. Electrons number is how much here? 10. 10 electrons by protons number how much here? 12. So here in this case, now we have 10 by 8. 10 by 8 is greater than 1. So it is greater than 1. Here 10 by 12 less than 1. Okay. So which one has greater ratio of electrons to protons ratio? Electrons to protons ratio is greater in case of more negative charge. More the negative charge, more ratio of this, more value of what? Electrons to proton ratio. More the value of electrons to proton ratio, larger is the size. And here, if electrons by proton ratio is lesser, okay, then its size also will be lesser. So the size of the species and electrons by proton ratio, these two are inversely, means what here? Smaller the size, smaller the value, smaller size. Larger the value of electrons to proton ratio, so larger will be size. So directly proportional. So the size is directly proportional to electrons by protons ratio. So what we have to understand? Size is directly proportional to electrons by protons ratio. So this point we have to understand. Now, if the small size is there, smaller sized cation, if we take suppose between Na plus and Mg plus 2, between these two ions, which one has more lattice enthalpy, which one has more hydration enthalpy is important question here. So lattice enthalpy. So if you take lattice enthalpy Le, so which one has more lattice enthalpy in this case? Smaller sized cation will have more lattice enthalpy. So more lattice enthalpy will be for small size. So lattice enthalpy is greater if size is lesser. So now how size and this lattice enthalpy related here? Inversely proportional. The lattice enthalpy and size both are what? Inversely related here. Size is inversely proportional to lattice enthalpy. And also hydration enthalpy. Hydration enthalpy and size. Hydration enthalpy is also inversely proportional to size of the ion. Here between Na plus and Mg plus 2, more positive charge, smaller size. For isoelectronic species, more positive charge, small size. Now if the size is smaller, what happens there? Hydration enthalpy will be greater. So the smaller the size of cation, larger is the hydration enthalpy. And if size and lattice enthalpy are taken also, both are inversely related to each other. So both the hydration enthalpy, lattice enthalpy are inversely proportional to what? Size of the ion. That is one important thing. Next, one salt is soluble. Salt is soluble means if a salt is soluble in water, what does it mean? Which enthalpy is greater than which one here? Hydration enthalpy is greater than what? Lattice enthalpy. Hydration enthalpy of the salt, if it is greater than lattice enthalpy, that salt will be soluble in water. The solubility depends on what? Lattice enthalpy value and hydration enthalpy value. So what is lattice enthalpy here? If you take NaCl crystal, to break NaCl crystal, how much energy is required is called lattice enthalpy. The energy required to break the ionic crystal into its ions is called what? Lattice enthalpy. And what is hydration enthalpy? If you take Na plus and Mg plus 2, when they come into contact with water, when Na plus and Mg plus 2, they come in contact with water, what happens there? They will be surrounded by water molecules. Na plus and Mg plus 2 are surrounded by water molecules. That is called hydration process. What is that called? Hydration. Na plus gets hydrated. Mg plus 2 gets hydrated in water. Now, whenever Na plus or Mg plus 2 both are surrounded by water molecules, some amount of energy will be released. That is called what? Hydration enthalpy. That energy released is called what? Hydration enthalpy. Okay, so the hydration enthalpy and lattice enthalpy, when these two are taken, hydration enthalpy should be greater than lattice enthalpy if the salt is to be soluble. And if you take insoluble salt, what will be condition? Lattice enthalpy will be greater than hydration enthalpy. If lattice enthalpy is greater than hydration enthalpy, if lattice enthalpy is greater, suppose, than hydration enthalpy, in that condition, what we have to take? The salt is insoluble. For the insoluble salt, like what? AgCl precipitate, barium sulfate precipitate. For barium sulfate precipitate, for barium sulfate salt, which energy will be greater than which energy? Its lattice enthalpy will be greater than hydration enthalpy for barium sulfate. As lattice enthalpy is greater, it is insoluble in water. That is why barium sulfate, AgCl, AgI, all these will form what? Precipitates. Because lattice enthalpy will be greater than hydration enthalpy. So this is one of the important concepts. So next one, if you take what now here, overlapping, orbital overlapping. According to VBT, orbital overlapping process if you take, what will be orbital overlapping? Which type of orbital overlapping is possible? SS overlapping, SP overlapping, PP overlapping. Okay, now if you take the overlapping process, now S orbital versus S orbital, what will be there? Only sigma bond will form. S orbital versus P orbital, only sigma will be formed. Sigma bond is formed. Because whenever S orbitals are involved, sigma bond only is formed. And between P and P orbitals, there may be sigma bond formation and pi bond formation. So if you take the different types of what overlapping, suppose what we take here, PP overlap. PP overlap is greater than, stronger than what? SP overlap. Stronger than what? SS overlap. Okay, it is stronger than PP, okay, sidewise overlapping. Sidewise overlapping. So PP sidewise overlapping will form which bonding? Pi bond. Sidewise overlapping means lateral overlap will form what? Pi bond. Pi PP bond. Pi PP bond. In this case here, this PP overlap is what now here? Linear overlap. What is this here? Linear overlap. This linear overlap between P and P will form what? Sigma PP bond. It is sigma PP bond. It is pi PP bond. Okay. Now here the order of strengths. The order of strengths will be what? PP sigma bond. PP sigma bond is stronger. PP sigma bond is stronger than what? SP sigma bond stronger than SS sigma bond stronger than PP pi bond. PP pi bond. Then pi bond is sigma bonds will be stronger. Why sigma bond is stronger than pi bond? Because in sigma bond formation, the extent of overlapping is maximum. The extent of overlapping is maximum. Therefore, sigma bond is stronger than pi bond. And based on sigma and pi bonds, we also have what? One important concept, the number of sigma bonds and pi bonds in the given molecule. The given molecule, how many sigma bonds and how many pi bonds are there? Suppose you take naphthalene. Naphthalene balls, we know. Naphthalene C10H8. C10H8. So here like this. Two benzene rings are fused to one another in naphthalene molecule. Here what will be there? Here 1, 2, 3 here like this. Now here this pi bond is common for both rings. Pi bond is common for both rings. and here pi bond, here pi bond. Totally how many pi bonds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pi bonds there here. 5 pi bonds are there in this one. Now total number of pi bonds how many? Sigma bonds how many? Pi bonds how many? They ask you. Suppose here how many sigma bonds in this? How many pi bonds here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pi bonds are there. Now sigma bonds when you are calculating here to every carbon what will be the hydrogen is there? Remember here CH is there. CH. Already this carbon here to this H is attached. Okay. So now in this case, now this carbon already has 4 bonds, no hydrogen here. 1, 2, 3, 4 bonds there. So this carbon also already 1, 2, 3, 4 bonds there. Okay. Now here, how many sigma bonds we have to count? First count number of hydrogens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hydrogens, 8 sigma bonds. Plus between the carbons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So totally how many sigma bonds are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 sigma bonds are there. 11 plus 8. 8 with hydrogens. 8 with hydrogens. So 11 plus 8 how much? It is 19 sigma bonds. So 19 sigma bonds are there. 5 pi bonds are there. In what? Naphthalene molecule. So the number of sigma bonds, number of pi bonds in given molecule they ask. Sometimes benzene will be asked. In benzene, how many sigma bonds and how many pi bonds? So this type of questions will be there based on number of sigma and pi bonds. And one type of one more order is what here? If you take what oxygen, oxygen has V shape. Oxygen has 2 lone pairs in water molecule. Water molecule has V shape. In this water molecule, around the oxygen atom, there are 2 lone pairs and 2 bond pairs. 2 lone pairs and 2 bond pairs. It is water molecule, V-shaped molecule. In this water molecule, the central atom oxygen has what? 2 lone pairs, 2 bond pairs. Now, between these electron pairs, what will be there? Repulsion will be there. Now, which type of repulsion there? Between lone pair repulsion is there. Lone pair, bond pair repulsion is there. And bond pair repulsion is there. So, 3 types of repulsions. Now, which repulsion is stronger than which repulsion they ask you? Which repulsion is stronger than which repulsion? So, what we have to say? LP repulsions. Repulsions stronger than what? LP, BP repulsions stronger than what? BP repulsions. Why it is so? Why this order is correct? Why lone pair repulsion is greater is that in this case what we have to understand is that this lone pair is attracted by only oxygen nucleus. The lone pairs are attracted by only one oxygen nucleus. But here the bond pair is attracted by hydrogen nucleus and oxygen nucleus. The bond pair is attracted by both nuclei, hydrogen nucleus and oxygen nucleus. But here lone pair is attracted by only one nucleus. That's why the lone pair size will be more. The size of this lone pair will be greater. Okay, the lone pair electron charge cloud we say. Electron charge cloud is larger. So this electron charge cloud of lone pair is larger. This lone pair also has larger electron cloud. Now these two will repel to greater extent. So lone pair repulsion is greater because the lone pair occupies larger area. Lone pair charge cloud, electron charge cloud will occupy larger area. That's why LP repulsions greater than BP repulsions greater than BP repulsions we have taken. Because of the combination of these all repulsions, what happens? The molecule shape takes what? A particular shape. The molecular shape we say. The molecule gets a particular shape because of these all repulsions in the valence shell. This theory is called what? Valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. In this case now here in water molecule, the central oxygen atom has how many lone pairs and how many bond pairs? 2 bond pairs and 2 lone pairs. So what is the notation? A, B2, L2. A is central atom here, one central atom is there. B2 means 2 bond pairs and L2 means 2 lone pairs here. Now total number of electron pairs, how many there? 2 plus 2, 4 electron pairs. 4 electron pairs means what? How many hybrid orbitals we have to take? 4 electron pairs means 4 hybrid orbitals. 4 hybrid orbitals present here. Now number of hybrid orbitals 4 indicates it may be DsP2 or sp3. It may be what? 4 hybrid orbitals, meaning what? It may be sp3 or dsp2. Now, which is correct here? For this water molecule, the oxygen atom in water molecule has sp3 hybridization of dsp2. What is correct? sp3 is answer. Why not dsp2? dsp2 wrong. Why? Because oxygen is not d block element. Generally, if the central atom is d block element, in that case, the dsp2 will be there for 4 hybrid orbitals. How we got idea of 4 hybrid orbitals here? Because of 4 electron pairs. Total number of electron pairs, how many? 2 bond pairs, 2 lone pairs. Therefore, 4 electron pairs. 4 electron pairs equals to 4 hybrid orbitals. And it is equal to what now? sp3 hybridization. So sp3 hybridization means what should be geometry actually? The orbital geometry should be tetrahedral here. sp3 means 4 hybrid orbitals. We'll take which shape? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. This is called orbital geometry. The orbital geometry is what here? Tetrahedral geometry. Orbital geometry. So this tetrahedral geometry, okay, is distorted to which shape? Which shape here? V shape, angular shape. The tetrahedral geometry is distorted into the angular shape here. So this point mainly we have to remember. So mainly concentrate on the bits of what material. In the material we have different types of bits. 1A, 1B exercise, 2A, 2B exercise, and 3. Exercise 3 also is there in some chapters. So what we'll do is at present now, while revising the total lesson of chemical bonding in the material, from back side you come. First you take last exercise. After that before last. Like this you come from back side of the exercises. Don't neglect the 2A, 2B and 3 also. Mainly you concentrate that last exercises. Already have done in the beginning. 1A, 1B you have done already. So 2A, 2B onwards you do first. Okay. So I will send you the PPT today's. Today I could not get more time to discuss with you. That's why I will send you PPT, the important points. Please go through all those points. And main areas we have discussed. Remaining points I have given in the form of PPT. I will be sending that PPT, go through that. Because exactly now I have one more class, 10th class is there. Okay. Bye-bye. Good day. Take care.